Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. Today we're going to do the first cleaning on the Dreame X60 Max Ultra Robot Vacuum Cleaner. I've got some muddy paw prints that are dried on. I've got some red sauce there. I've got some oil sprayed on, which I'll show you a little bit closer. And I've got some Fritos. And if you've ever smashed Fritos on the floor, they leave an oily residue. Now, I can't put really thick muddy paw prints here. The AI is so good on that, it'll just go around it thinking it's an obstacle. But we will be checking the corner cleaning capabilities. I got a bunch of long hairs. Now, I wasn't able to put a bunch of black hair. I've got a bunch of blonde hair mixed in with it too, because if it sees too much black hair, it'll see it as like a cable. Now, I did buy this robot vacuum cleaner with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video. This is home of the honest review. But this is the first cleaning. After I do my studio testing, I am going to take it to my home, live with it for 3 months, then I'll give it my final score. So after I take it to my house, I give it my scoring system, the overall score. After that, it's going to be either a gold standard, which I suspect this one might be. It's either going to be a buy it now, wait for a deal, or skip it. Now, this video was pulled out of my much longer video, which is over an hour long, of the first look. In that video, I show you how to set it up, go through all the settings. We do the mopping test and the carpet test. Now, if you want to find all the robot vacuum cleaners that I highly recommend, check out my website, justadadapproved.com. That's where you can find all the robots that have already passed my testing and my at-home test. Like the Mova P10 Pro there was my 2025 pick of the year, justadadapproved.com. Now, if you purchase any of the products using a link in this video or on my website, I am an Amazon affiliate. The product's not going to cost you anymore, but I do earn a small commission from the sale. Now let's go over the testing here real quick. The sensor on the front is so sensitive to avoiding stuff. This thing has excellent optical avoidance, but if I put too long a hair, it'll see it as a cable. Now, this thing prides itself on oil. Now it's really hard to see, but corn chips, if you've ever stepped on them, they leave a oily residue. So there is an oily residue kind of right in here, and it also created some crumbs. I also sprayed some oil. It's super hard to see, but it's right here. If you can, there, see it? Just some butter. And the muddy paw prints are dried on, not super dark. And then that's some salad dressing. He claims it can spot a small Lego toy. Now, I have a lot of blonde hairs strewn throughout here because earlier, if I had a big black hair here with a big bunch of them, it would think it was a cable and go around it. So the obstacle avoidance sensor is really good on this. Now, I do have the artificial intelligence turned off for stain recognition. I just want to do testing. I will be testing that in advertising versus reality. In this test, I just want it to go back and forth and do the actual cleaning, and we'll see how it does. It says it's got 15 newtons of downward pressure. That'll kind of help determine this. Again, it uses these heating elements right here to heat the water up really high. I've got it on hot water, mop washing, the hottest it can go. And it says it does hot water mopping. So the base station will heat the water and fill the robot up. And it says it'll maintain like 100 degrees Celsius for the first 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to do the corner test. I'm not going to use Clean Genius. I just want to see it do 2 passes. So I'm going to do custom, vacuum and mop. Suction power, I'll go to intensity. We'll turn the wetness up. Mop wash frequency standard. Let's do, where do you do 2 passes? Oh yeah, you got to select the room. Let's do room, select 2 cycles, vacuum and mop, wetness 27, yeah. Now, granted, with the Clean Genius and with the artificial intelligence turned on, which I will be testing that later, but if I had most of that on, it would do a better job of cleaning. But I just want to see how well it's going to, for the first clean, I just want to see how well it's going to do. Yeah, this will be a later video. Stain recognition and large particle boost. I've got those off. Okay, let's hit the clean button. It's going to clean that corner test area. It's going to fill the robot up with hot water and wash the mop pads. Now, it does take a little bit longer to wash the mop pads because it has to heat that water with those heat. And I did the soaking also. Yeah. So it's doing a soaking of the mop pads in hot water. I've got it on the maximum and soaking setting in the app. It does take about 4 to 5 minutes now, where normally that would take about 2 minutes. And see, it'll just sit there for a little bit, not making any sound at all. Other than that, it sounds like a normal Dreame robot. You can hear the mop roller spinning, a dirty water pump kicks on. It's not super loud. The dirty water pump is the loudest part. See the Fritos, I leaned in them and I got some of the grease on my nice pants. So there's definitely grease on the floor. Okay, so it's undocked itself, filled it up with water. It's going to travel to that room and start cleaning. Okay, the Dreame X60 Max Ultra has traveled to the cleaning room. We're going to see how well it cleans up this big mess. We got Frito oils on the ground, some muddy paw prints, a Lego toy, and a bunch of hair. So it's recognizing that as an obstacle and going around it, that big chunk of hair. Did a really good job of cleaning up against the wall in the corners. Now I have this piece of furniture set to a lower the LiDAR section. So it's going to clean the room, come back, lower the LiDAR, and then go underneath the furniture. So it does the perimeter of the room first, then it's going to go back and forth and make the nice straight lines. Here's where the Fritos are. Floor doesn't feel like might be a little warmer than normal. Wow, it did a good job. And I did spray on some butter right over here, which we're going to verify this all at the end, how well it did cleaning it up. And there's a small Lego toy there on the ground. That is really hard to avoid. Wow, that's doing a good job. Whoops. It almost ran that Lego toy over and then stopped real quick. It did touch the Lego toy. Whoops, ran over the Lego toy. That is salad dressing, which is really hard. It's doing pretty good on the muddy paw prints. Now, I can hear something hitting the ground. I think it's the brush roller. It has a new design brush roller. I don't think it's the mop pads. And I'll verify that because we can turn it, we can have it mop only. So it's done with the first pass. It left a little bit of the salad dressing. It's going to come over here. And I'm pretty excited about the advertising versus reality because they show a lot of this thing doing a lot of different stuff. So it's going to lower the LiDAR. And then it travels underneath there. It is really thin. 3.18 inches. That's about a 4-inch piece of furniture. I'm not sure why it's way over there because it's right there is where it should be going. It should be going right here. It's kind of going the back way. So I turned the suction down quite a bit. I'm pretty sure that's the new brush roller. The vacuum brush roller. Making that sound. And it makes it even if it's going in with the grain of the wood or not. It turns the LED light on too when it lowers the LiDAR. There is some long hair wrap on that side brush. And we can see there's the obstacle. It took a picture of it. There it is. And so I've got it doing 2 passes. I don't know whether it's going to do the... And maybe I should have used Clean Genius. Because I don't know if it has a dirt detection sensor built into the base station or not. They're really relying on the dirt detection of the front camera sensor so much, it seems like. I'm not sure what it's doing now. It's still got the LiDAR down. It's kind of randomly going around. There, it raised it. So maybe it's not going to do the perimeter of the room. Yep, it is going to do. It's going to do the perimeter of the room. There's a little bit left. That corner's got a little bit. You know, the corner is almost 100% clean. I don't know if it's going to go back to that one or not. Now we do have a timeline. Yeah, there is a timeline. good job. Now there is a little bit of the stain left from the salad dressing. A little bit of the salad dressing left. Yeah, quite a bit of the salad dressing left. Got the muddy paw prints. We'll verify the grease here in a second. Trying to see if I can catch the water being dripped on the mop pads. Oh, it ran the Lego over. It knows it's there, but it just gets too close. Okay, I think it's all done. Yep, all done. So it's going to come back here, wash the mop. Here's the dirty water tank. There's how much water it used just to get it ready. I emptied that right before we started. And again, there's these heating pads. Those discs will actually heat the water up, and that's what's going to help get the grease off the pads. And we'll check the auto empty, and I'll go over there with my white glove and we'll check the floor cleanliness. This is a $1,700 robot. Thankfully, I did find it on sale for $1,360. It's still really expensive, but it's loaded with premium features, but we got to test them all first. I don't know about that rumbling. Oh, there's a little noise it makes sometimes when it's auto emptying. Like a boom. I've heard it a couple times. It's a little annoying, but that auto empty is very quiet. Now it's going to wash the mop roller. And there's also a setting in the app that you can have it talk to you less. That's why it's not saying, oh, you know how it walks you through washing the mop, auto emptying. So it's only going to talk to you for important stuff, I guess. We definitely have some long hair wrap on the side brush. We'll check the dirty water tank. We'll check for hair wrap. We'll make sure the auto empty worked. And again, this does use hot water soaking, which takes a lot longer. That's the dirty water being sucked up. But let's go over here. All right, I can already see some salad dressing. There's a sticky residue, yeah. Salad dressing, it did not get. The dog prints, there's some of those left too. Vacuuming, excellent job. Now grease. I've got to get the light just right. Hold on, get the right. Okay, I've looked at this grease. There was grease here and the Fritos. I don't see the grease. Now, I am going to get a UV black light. I'm going to try to do some more testing because a lot of these robots are making claims about grease now. And so I'm going to start testing them with just some mild butter and different things. But that definitely needed mopped again. But vacuuming was great. Yeah, the brush roller for vacuuming has been redesigned. I think this might be where the noise was coming from. It's hard to see, like, maybe it's smaller? I'll have to do some, this is the new, this is the old. I'll have to do, it actually doesn't seem, it's maybe a little different. Okay, the drying is super quiet. Let's go empty this. Then we'll flip it over. Okay. Not a whole lot of water, but it is really dirty. Okay, now time for, let's check auto rinse. This has been completely redesigned and I'm a little nervous about it, to be honest with you. And for rightly so. I don't know that this is a problem yet, but I do see some stuff in a crevice. That's completely redesigned. Hair wrap. Quite a bit, actually. No hair wrap here. That's good. That thing's having a docking issue. It's gone in and out 5 times now. Again, I just took it out, flipped it over, looked at it, and then I just hit home and it went in and out 5 times. So it finally docked. But okay, I already know some of you have asked, or I know you're going to ask, they're not interchangeable. This is the old X50, V50. This is the new X60 because they send you an extra pair. These do not fit on this type of assembly. They almost do, but they don't. And there's definitely some difference. It's very, very minor. Okay, that was the cleaning test, the mopping test. My next video is gonna be the carpet torture test. So this was just, I like to pull that out. Let me know what you think of that. This part of the mopping test is in the really long, over an hour long first look. But in that video, I unbox it, go over everything that comes in the box, put it together. We map our home. We did some threshold climbing and different things. So that video just ends up being super long. So I wanted to pull that out and show you, if you're curious about it, mopping. I will be doing advertising versus reality. There's a lot of advertising claims, and this is a really expensive robot for mop pads. This might be the last generation of mop pads. I'm not saying they're going away, but boy, this is a really flagship expensive model for mop pads. So again, check out my website, justadadapproved.com, or I will put a link to this, because if you do end up wanting to purchase it, I'll have it on my website. It's not going to have my approval sticker yet, so unbox it, use it, see what you think. If you got 30 days, if you don't like it, definitely send it back. But if you're wanting the robots that are just tried and true, and that list is getting ready to be updated, because I got about 5 robots at my home that are going to come back to the studio and get their final score. Just a Dad approved gold standard, just a Dad approved buy it, or just a Dad. I've got my scoring system here. So the website is under development. Right now it's very basic. I just made that website over a weekend, but I have a team working on a new website. The new website's going to give you all the information so that you can make the decisions. I do the testing. I show you my results. I give you my scorecards. I'm going to pick which ones that I like the best, and I think you're also going to like those too. We'll have different price points, but again, it's all going to be there for you. You don't always have time to watch a video, especially around these major shopping events. When these robots go on sale, you don't have a lot of time to figure out which one's the best one. So go to justadadapproved.com, and I will be doing updated listings whenever these big Amazon sale events. What I do is I just write down every robot that's on sale, then I let you know which one's on sale. Justadadapproved.com. Let me know what you think of this video. Check out my advertising versus reality, and thanks for watching. Looks like somebody's been making a mess. The Q7 M5, when it gets stuck, he leaked out all of his water. He's got some wrap. So I didn't know that. If this guy gets stuck, he leaks out all of his water. Here's all the current Roomba models, Ecovacs testing. Mova E30. These are the old Roborocks. I've already tested them thoroughly. They're okay. Here we've got the Qrevo QV35S. He just started his mopping routine. Here's the retirement center. Qrevo S, Pro, Max V, Eureka, 3i. The Mova P50 has been the surprise. I resurrected it, and it's doing an amazing job. And we are really putting it through the test. Again, it's a dirty water tank. Yeah. He needs attention. That thing's been having all kinds of problems, the 705. I can't get it to... I've changed the dust bag, like it's not full, but it keeps saying it's full. And I thought I reset it in the maintenance, but I don't know. I don't know. And the S1's been having some problems lately too. More retirement, folks. There's the E28's been doing pretty good. Yep, E28's been doing okay. X30's been a quiet surprise. His dirty water tank. And so here's all the documentation that I'll be putting in a nice format. There's the P50. There's the Revo Q10S. Been filling its water tank up and it's mopping, so not doing a very good job mopping, but it is mopping. And the surprise has been the D10 Gen 2. Has been having really good results. I got the Shark Power Detect 2-in-1. That's the thermal charge. That's the brand new one. There's the Roomba. Yeah, I call him Old Squeaky. He's developed a squeak. Boy, there was such potential there. Just too many problems with it. And if you use any kind of solution at all, he just foams up like crazy. Leaves a bunch of foam. So it's pretty much just water mopping. I did order some more bags. I'm gonna resurrect the Matic. So I'm gonna put the Matic going up down there. Let me know if there's, oh, there's a bunch of foam. Yeah.